Hello and welcome back to Strongwoman High's Life is a Mishmash. Today we have the newly crowned Billingham's strongest woman, Tina Adamson, joining us on the pod. Welcome, Tina.
Hi.
Nice to have you on. Do you want to give everyone a brief elevator pitch introduction to who you are, what you're all about?
Yeah, name's Tina Adamson. I'm 51, 52 next month. I've got 6 children. I've got 13 grandchildren.
Wow.
I've been working in education for about 20 years. I'm a pastoral and attendance lead at the school. I've been doing Strongwoman for about 2 years now.
Amazing.
That's it.
Lovely stuff. Class. No, that's amazing. What an amazing fucking... You must be so busy. You must be the busiest person ever. That many kids and that many grandkids. Oh my God. And a job. Jesus Christ.
It all mingles into one.
Yeah. Just dealing with kids all of the time. You must have a real motherly instinct, because that's a lot of children to deal with, that, innit?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I try and stay out of their lives as much as possible, because I keep reminding myself the grown adults, I don't have to parent them anymore. Yeah, so that's the hardest thing. And then giving advice as well, obviously, that's kept to a minimum. I think learn your own way, like I did. Yeah, so yeah, it's funny.
That's the thing. I feel like I imagine you give a fair bit of advice, and it'll be good advice, but sometimes people just don't want to hear it. They need to make the mistakes themselves, don't they?
Yeah, and I usually say, have you thought about... I do it in like a really like teacherish way. Have you thought about...
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, I won't do that.
Yeah, that's a lifetime in education, that though, isn't it? Making people think it was their idea instead.
Reverse psychology works every time.
Amazing. I love that. What got you into Strongwoman then? Let's start at the beginning of your journey. What sort of got you into training Strongwoman?
Well, I'd lost quite a bit of weight, so I've lost 9 stone.
Wow.
And then I thought, right, I don't like the gym, commercial gyms, really don't. They're just not my vibe. Mirrors, absolutely not. And then, people like loving their own muscles and stuff don't float my boat. So then I'd seen an advertisement for Hull Strongest that they were running a workshop. So I thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to give that a whirl. So I signed up. I think it was about week 2. And then Ben let me know that because I'd signed up for the workshop, I was already entered into a competition. I was like, what do you mean? So I got free entry into the competition. So I trained all these new events I'd never done before. And then I entered the competition, which was the NALD qualifier in 2023. So I came 4th and qualified for the final, and that's where it all began.
Amazing.
Oh
my God, what a cool story.
So that's where it all started. So I think I was a bit of I used to get called Dark Horse because I was just good at it. For no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
Never trained it in my life.
Amazing.
So
that's crazy. What's your background in sport then? Have you always been like quite a sporty person, or not really at all?
Not really at all, really. I played rugby when I was about in my 20s, and then I've just spent time bringing my children up. So maybe carrying them about to give me some strength from somewhere.
Yeah,
Looking the
amazing. Class. And what a huge weight loss journey to have been on as well. How did you find that? Like, what was the catalyst to start that, and like, how did you do it?
So I did Slimming World, and then once it started to come off, it just went from there. I just enjoyed that feeling of losing the weight myself, and then it just kept coming off, and now, you get to where you was. And then I read about strength training, because obviously I'm in menopause, so there's all other things that all contribute to your strength and, keeping yourself healthy. And I just tell myself I'm building my 80-year-old body now. And that's like my mantra.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. My other one is, die with memories, not dreams. So that's another mantra I live by day in and day out, So
Absolutely. I love both of them. That's so cool. My mum did Slimming World for years and she did amazing. I know some people are like proper anti
oh
Slimming
yeah,
World, aren't they? But I'm a big believer. I think it's great for the community vibe that it gives people. Like, I think meeting up every week with a load of like-minded people who are all on the same journey is really beneficial. And two, like, if it works for some people, then it works. Like, that it is what it is, isn't it? Like, if you find that works for you, then great. That's absolutely brilliant. Like, stick with it. So, yeah, awesome. What a cool journey you've been on then. I feel like I need to dig more into how you got into Strongwoman though, because like just seeing a workshop and being like, I'm gonna try that. That's like not a normal thing to do.
is it not? Look where I am
No.
2 years later.
I know, no, it's wild that. Did you see it on like Facebook or
Yeah,
something
I
or
thought,
Instagram? And did you know people at the
nope,
gym
nope, didn't know anybody. I saw it on
and
Facebook.
just turned up?
And just, yeah, I messaged Ben and then he said, oh, just turn up. And then obviously, first time, I thought, oh, I quite like this. Second time, yeah, I quite enjoy this. Lovely people. And that was it. I was hooked, line and sinker. Even on the comp,
Yeah.
you know, my grandkids were cheering Nanny on the sidelines. My sons were shouting. Yeah, it's just lovely. It's really, it's really cool. I just wish I'd have found it a lot sooner.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I feel like just taking that first step is like a massive thing, and we've spoke about it a few times on the podcast where people struggle obviously to get into the sport, and just like by just reading a Facebook post and then
Yeah.
messaging them and just being like, yeah, I'm just going to show up. Like that sort of says to me that you're a very confident person.
Yeah, yeah. It's that walking in that first time. But yeah, you're made to feel really welcome and you just try new things and then I just connected with it and it just worked.
Yeah. Amazing. I love that. Right. Well, let's get into the podcast then. So, since you've been in Strongwoman, what has been your Strongwoman high?
Well, it has to be walking through that gym door 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
Absolutely has to be my
Absolutely.
my high of how it all started. And then other things. I just got silver dollar deadlift, 280 kilos. So
Wow, nice.
did that at Billingham Strongest. So yeah, that's definitely. I've got a passion for deadlifting. I love it. It's one of my favourite events out of them all. So I'm just good at it. I don't know if it's because I'm only little. I'm only 5 foot. So they say I ain't got far to lift it. All the jabs, the jokes you get in the gym. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
quite good at it.
Oh,
You just have to
nice.
hitch it a little bit. But yeah, that's definitely one.
Yeah.
Dinny Stone Walk at Hull's this year. That was really cool. Yeah, just walking with 2 stones. It was just carrying like Asda shopping. But I just kept going.
Yeah.
I just kept going and going and going. And I really did surprise myself because in training it hadn't gone as cool, but doing it, it was amazing. Oh, with all the crowd there as
Yeah.
well. You just get a different strength, don't you, when you're competing to training. So
100%.
yeah, it was really,
Yeah.
really good. Um, just meeting new people in the gym as well. I mean, and seeing their journey start and having a little input where I can. I'm not an expert, but I go, oh, I do it like this or I train this. But yeah, and it's just the women in the gym all support each other. So it's a lovely place to be.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, we say this all the time on the podcast. The community, I think, is one of the biggest things that keeps people in this sport for a long time. And I've worked at Hull a couple of times doing like physio stuff, and it's a great gym. Ben is so sound, and like the people in there are really sound as well. It's a nice environment, isn't it?
yeah, it is. It just brightens up your day. If you're not having a great day, you just go to the gym and you come out laughing and you have your little banter bits with everybody. Yeah. So I've just signed up to my first powerlifting comp and that's in like 18 days. And yeah,
Oh God.
getting the jabs for that because I've gone from strongwoman to having a go at powerlifting. Yeah, that's real fun.
Yeah. Oh, exciting. What made you decide to try a powerlifting comp then?
Just something different. I just do anything. I just have a go at anything. I will, You're a long time dead, aren't you? So I saw it and I thought, oh, yeah, I'm not very good at squats, but bench I ain't too bad and my deadlift's like solid. So I thought, oh, let's do
Yeah.
it. Let's give it a bash. So yeah, I've got that on the 19th of October. So that I can't wait just to try something different. And
Class.
that was one of my things this year, to only do comps with events that I've not done. So that's
Yeah.
the comps I've done this year. They've all had something I've not done. So that gives me another challenge. I like challenges and I like to like destroy them.
Yeah, yeah, class. Do you think have you always been like that then in your life, or is it just sort of come about now, like after joining into Strongwoman and stuff like that? Have you always been quite like just out there and give it a go?
Yeah, and I am quite focused on things when I set my mind to it as well. I've got 6 children, so that doesn't go around down well with some people, does it? And I just thought, yeah, I'm going to show you. And I've got 6 wonderful adults who've all got families of their own now, and you just think, yeah, I did that. I did that.
Yeah,
These adults, and they're all working, and yeah, they're all just amazing. So yeah, I think that's what I live by. Just like to prove people wrong as well. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that.
absolutely.
You should be lifting that. How much do you lift? Oh, you shouldn't be doing that at your age. Do you know? And that, I get that. I get that on a weekly basis. And I just think,
Yeah, yeah, I bet.
2 fingers, whatever. I do me and you do you, and this what makes me happy. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think when that's the difference, isn't it, between like this sort of community and like your general population community where like your gen pop's sort of going to be more like, oh, are you sure you should be doing that? Oh, I'm not sure about that. It might be a bit heavy. Whereas when you're in this strong woman side and people say like they're over 50, you're like, hell yeah, let's go. Like it's a massive thing, isn't it? People love that like and especially now, like the masters categories in strong woman, especially like strong man and strong woman, have absolutely like blown up the last couple of years, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely. And I've only done one masters comp, but I'm hoping to do more next year. So we're already planning what I'm going to go on to the bigger scene next year, because I've only done like local and
Oh.
gym comps. So I'm going to go into the big well.
Oh, exciting. What's the plan then for next year? What are your goals for next year?
I want to do OSG,
Nice.
and I want to do England's masters.
Nice.
So they're
What the
go
the natty one or the OSG one?
the natty one.
Nice. Both pathways. Oh, it's gonna be a busy year for you.
Yeah, it is, and it's quite soon as well. I was like, oh. But yeah, I want to challenge myself, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this powerlifting one done, and then concentrate on next year building my upper
Abs-
body, because that's not as good as deads and everything else. So we're going to go for it. And
yeah.
I've noticed in the Englands there's a stern to platform, and it's like 5 foot. That's my height. So yes, we will do it. We will find a way to
Gonna
get
have to
that
learn how to
stone.
press a stone.
Yes, and
Absolutely.
that's what I will do, because that 60 is going on that 5 foot platform. Yeah,
Hell yeah, we love that. That's so class. And as well, like, because I know the Masters for England's, it'll only be the over 40s Masters as well, which is insane because I imagine you're going to be pretty competitive as well, like even 10 years over the cutoff for that Masters as well.
yeah, and I think that's what. Yeah, you just go for it, don't you? You can only do what you can only do, and you're only competitors yourself, and that's I think that's what I've learned through the journey. I've just put far too much
Yeah,
pressure on myself to be as good as the
yeah, 100%.
20-year-old when there's 30 years between us. I'll give it a good bloody
Yeah,
go though.
absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. I love that. I love that attitude towards it as well, like just giving it a fucking go. How would you feel about doing like OSG Worlds at the end of the year?
Oh, I don't know. Let's just
Because
do.
that's got an over 50s in it.
Well, let's just do England. The Welsh can win
Do
it.
England's next year, yeah. Do England's next year. Just see how you go in the pathway. You never know. You might qualify anyway, and you might have to go then.
Well, if I have to go, then yeah, that's different.
Class. That's absolutely class. Do you find as well that your family like proper support you through it? Is like everyone super behind you with it?
Not all of them, but a
Oh,
majority of them. Yeah, my daughter doesn't like it.
Oh no, why not?
So I've only got one girl and I've got 5 boys. Yeah, she don't like it at all.
Do you think you'll be able to bring her around? Just be like, "Well, why don't you do some comps with us? Come and do a comp
No,
with us. See how you
no,
go."
no, not a chance.
Not a fan.
If I was knitting,
Fair
it'd be
enough.
alright, but that's not gonna happen. Can't knit.
Oh, fair, fair, fair. No, that's all right. Well, I get everyone's got their own
They
hobbies, haven't
have,
they? You can't
and she's
you can't
entitled to
force
her
it on
yeah,
people.
she's entitled to her opinion, so
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. I feel like the lads are probably more like,
oh, yeah,
"Yeah,
they
let's
are.
go."
Yeah, they are. Love it.
Proper, that's awesome. Have you managed to convince any of them to try Strongwoman or
Uh,
Strongman yet?
one of them was talking about maybe giving it a go, so, to come down to Hulls and give it a and he knows a few of the men, he's worked with them as well, so, yeah, hoping I can convert him to come and have a go, see if he can
Have a
outdo his
huge
mum.
strongman family at some point there, won't you? Like, get all the kids into it, the grandkids and everything. Have all of you going to the gym. You could set up your own gym at that point. You've got enough people, haven't you?
Yeah, they used to say I could have a football team.
Be class that. It'd be absolutely class. Nah, it's amazing that. What an interesting like story and a cool like way to have like come into this sport and then what were like awesome goals. What are your end goals with the sport? Do you have any or is it just see how it goes?
Yeah, see how it goes, every day as it comes, every comp as it comes, yeah. See, because the,
Nice.
powerlifting's a qualifier, so if I qualify, I might, take that a little bit further as well. I do joke I'm gonna become a
Yeah.
bodybuilder as well, but I'm like, absolutely not.
No, I think about this all the time. It's the
30
diet that ruins me. There's no way I could do the diet. I don't even like dieting for a weight class, let alone actual bodybuilding diet. Nah, it kill me off.
would it? Oh, I see, I quite like the structure. I like structure, so yeah.
Oh,
Can you imagine the
you'll
faces?
you'll be that organized mum vibe though, where you've got everything down. You'll know exactly what you're doing all the time. Whereas I'm like much more of a chaos vibe at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I am very structured. I eat the same food every day.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
you're already pretty much there then for bodybuilding. You'd be aware.
My friends say, "What you got for dinner?" I go, "I've got the same as I have every day. I have the same breakfast." I am.
See, I'm the sort of person where I think I would eat the same thing every day just because it's easy, but like because my life is so chaos, I just pick up whatever I can fucking find, to be honest. Like whatever food is available to me at that moment in time, I'm like, yeah, I'll smash that. I don't care. And again, probably why I'm never going to be able to be a bodybuilder. No organization.
I just joke because I get the responses. If I'm feeling funny, I'll just go, "Oh yeah, but you want to see? Because I think I'm going to do bodybuilding." They just look at me like, "We'll discern you." No offense against bodybuilders, but
No, it's a thing is for me, like bodybuilding, I feel like it's such a mental game because it's such long cuts that you've got to do, like in regards to the weight cut, and then getting on a stage in like the skimpiest outfit ever to then let somebody else judge what you look like. Like my mental health wouldn't cope with that. No way.
yeah, it is, but it's amazing what your body can do.
Unbelievable, yeah. Anyone who does that, I think, hats off to you. Like it is next level commitment to a sport. That
Yeah, absolutely. My nutritionist is actually a bodybuilder, so yeah, it is just in awe of him the way that he does it
yeah,
for such
it's
a
insane, isn't it?
for such a minimum time on a stage for what you put into it.
Yeah, 100%. It's crazy. And like you can have one hormonal day the day before, and that's it. It's like ruined, and you can't plan for that. That like it's too much for me. That crazy, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I like the thought of it of what my body could actually do, but putting it into practice, probably not. I'll just stick to what I'm doing at the minute.
Yeah, you sound busy enough to be fair. Don't need to add anything else in just yet. Class. Right. Well, let's move on then and ruin the good vibes, and we'll go and find out what your strong woman lows have been.
Oh, Conan's wheel. What is that all about? What is that
Fair.
again? Like,
Awful.
it's awful. I will never do another comp with it in because it's awful. I did it at Moulton's and I even bought Converse with the extra bottom heel, just, yeah, just so I could be an inch
Yeah.
more taller. No, didn't work. Didn't work. I was so annoyed. I got so frustrated with the thing. It was horrible. I hated it. And I loved it until I
Yeah.
did it. And I was like, oh, and I'd had like one practice. Oh, it was awful. I just wasn't tall enough. And there's nothing I could have done to
Yeah.
adapt that because of the height of the wheel itself. So yeah, hate it. Never do it again.
Yeah, you were saying about struggle. You couldn't have adapted it anyway.
Nope. Not unless I rested it on my head. But you weren't allowed to. Otherwise I would have done.
No, I wonder what the rules are. Whether they'd have let you like rack it up on your shoulders
No, it had
instead.
to be where he said, yeah. I asked that in the interview, the first bit. I was like, no, right, okay. So I just sucked it up and got it as far as I could.
Yeah, I feel like Conan's wheels aren't really set up for short people, like because if you are at a disadvantage there as someone who's a bit shorter on a Conan's wheel, because you don't change the heights of them, do you? They're all the same.
Yeah, no matter how small or little how tall you are. No, done. I'll just avoid it.
Yeah, yeah. How did you find training for it? How were you training for it?
Zercher on the yoke. That was
Yeah.
it. And then I went down to
Did
Malton for a day just to have a play with the actual Conan's wheel, so I knew what I was expecting because I'd never done it before. So yeah,
yeah.
and I'll never do it again.
Oh, no, no. To be fair, I don't actually think I've ever done a Conan's wheel in a competition before.
Have you
Thank
not?
God. And I feel like I would actively avoid it, to be honest, if I could get away with it,
Ah,
because I just don't. I know I'm not going to like that event. Like I've done it before, like just messing around, like because we've got one at the gym. But yeah, I think if I actually had to do it for an event, I would struggle.
yeah, it's not nice. Not nice.
No. No, I'm not a big Zercher fan at the best of times anyway. My bicep does not like anything on it at all. So if I can avoid Zercher, I will. And although to be fair, probably not going to get to do that because we're in the UKNS pathway next year, the Natty pathway, and they love a Zercher event, don't they?
Oh, do they? Oh, nice. I hope they like swearing
Yeah.
because I do that a lot when I do the lecture. If I'm not swearing, I'm cursing Ben.
He can probably take that though, to be
Yeah,
fair.
I do he does my program, so yeah. As many lovely, colourful words as I can get in there, usually, in the reply to,
Class.
yeah, really love this, thank you. And the
Yeah.
other ones
Terrible.
are not coping with change, not very good with change when they change events or running up to it or on the day. Yeah, that's freaky. That freaks me out. Really does.
Yeah.
Because I'm such a structured person, I don't cope well. So that's another like lure for me. I do adapt. I did adapt. I did adapt at Billingham, the last comp. I did. I did really
Yeah.
well. I was so proud of myself because otherwise I'd just sit and rock and cry in the corner, going, "That's not what you said." So yeah, yeah, I'm adapting slowly, but I'm not very good with change. I like things very
Yeah.
structured.
Absolutely. I think as well, that's like, I feel like the changes, especially in events last minute, that is definitely more of a grassroots issue. And I know Bob, like, I love him. Bob Daglish is so sound, but he does like to just randomly change something at the last minute, just for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So I do get that. But again, being on the other side of this, as a comp promoter, I've had the same thing where I've had to change things last minute, and it's awful as a promoter. You think, I fucking know I shouldn't do this, but sometimes you're at a loss of what else to do. You've got no other option, haven't you? But yeah, I can imagine for you, what like being quite structured and organised, not ideal.
No, no. I've even dropped out of comps when they've changed it as we've run up to the comp because I just think,
Oh, have you?
yeah, if that's how you're going to do it now, what about if I get there on the day and then you change it again? So yeah,
Very fair.
it affects me, and I just think, oh no, I'm just not going to turn up.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I think it's interesting though that because like for me in strongman now, I feel like I like to be more adaptable than not adaptable. So I don't mind going into a comp now sort of knowing that if they did change something last minute, I'd probably be baseline strong enough in most things
Yeah.
to just wing it and like do all right on it. But again, like I've been in sport like 6 years now, so it's a very different level of like experience at competitions. I think that as well, and I think the more strongman comps you do, the more adaptable you do get to that sort of environment.
Yeah, I agree. And it is that. Oh, right, okay. So I was doing a truck pull at Spartans, and my shoe came off halfway through pulling the truck, and I just carried on. Like I didn't stop. I just carried on pulling the truck with one shoe off and one shoe on. There's things that are like totally out of your control, aren't they? So yeah, I have to learn to
100%.
be a bit more adaptable, which I feel like is
Yeah,
coming. Is coming. And then it's that
yeah,
self-doubt as well. Are you good enough? I look at comps and I think, "Oh, no, I'm not there. I'm not there on any of those." But now I challenge myself to get to where I need to be. But it is a
yeah,
big jump from novice to inters as well, I found this year, because 'cause I've gone into inters. So inters and masters. I feel like the jump from novice to there is quite a big one as well. I don't feel like you're
yeah,
left long enough to enjoy novice. So once you've podiumed, you're like, "Oh, you need to move up." But do I? I'm less than like 6 months in and you're making me move up, and it's that for me. I think that's a lure as well. Like, if you're especially if you've never done it before, like I hadn't, I'd gone, you know, so I've done well. So now, because 'cause I've done well, I've got to move up. But I haven't learned
yeah.
anything because 'cause I'm still learning. I've never done it before. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally understand what you mean. And I think as well, I do think this is a bit of a problem in strong woman, specifically, probably more than the strong men, because it's so easy to go into a novice comp and there be such limited numbers that like you do really well in podium within your first competition or your second competition. All of a sudden you're like, fuck, now I've got to do
Yeah.
the level up, but I've literally done one competition. Like, I don't feel like I have that level of experience. I think that is like it is an issue. But what I have found is the more people, so like when we take novices in for the strong woman classes, I'll say to people like, "Oh, have you podiumed at a novice?" And if they say yeah, but there was only like two other people in it,
Yes.
then you're sort of like, well, do another novice then. Like no one's gonna like berate you for that. Like if there's only been a couple of other people and you've just walked the first novice, like do another one. Like no one's gonna be like, "Oh, trophy hunter." And if they are, then like
That's
send them on
them
the
issue,
way.
isn't it? Because I do feel like that. If there's only 3 of you, you're gonna podium, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, you haven't got a choice.
Does that mean I have to move up? I mean, where's the law written about that as well? It's like, yeah, you know that,
Yeah,
yeah, if you're in novice and you can do the weights nice and, comfortably, then you need to be moving up. So, yeah, I have found that a
yeah.
really big jump from, novice to inters. Um and masters is quite a nice place. You can pick and choose, which I think is lovely now.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot more opportunity now,
Yeah.
isn't there? But I do feel like it's just it's difficult. That grassroots strong woman is really, really difficult. Like, because I'm sort of on the other side a little bit now, more as a promoter, and trying to get people to sign up for strong woman competitions that aren't like the pathways, because we have so many options now, and there is like so many pathways that we can do. You're finding that a lot of the women are just going straight into pathways, sometimes not even bothering with a novice or like
Mm.
an opens comp. They're just going, oh, I'll just go and do England's, Natty England's or whatever. And like trying to get women to sign up for that, we've found really, really difficult, which is it's just interesting, isn't it? Because I remember when I first started, I was scratching around for comps. Like there was a few, but there wasn't loads. There wasn't like there is now where you pretty much one every weekend. You could go and find one if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, and that's a
But
temptation as well,
yeah,
isn't it, to do loads and loads and loads. So, yeah, we're setting out an actual schedule for next year. But then it's nice to go to other gyms. Like, I loved going to Spartan. That was a really good gym, and, it was a drive across to Wales, but, it's nice. And then we went up to Billingham, and I like to travel and have a look at other gyms and see their facilities and have a comp and meet different people. And I feel like
Absolutely.
that's, another good thing. There's a few of us all get together
Yeah.
and go, we'll all sign up and then we all go. So it is really good.
Yeah. 100%. I totally agree with you. I love that. Like when I first started my first year of competing, like my first 3 comps were basically every weekend back to back. Like I just fucking loved it. I was like, I'm in this. I'm going to do every single comp I can possibly do now, as many as I can. And I reckon I'm probably at like at least between 30 and 35 competitions now I've done in the last 6 years. Like I have
Wow.
done some like comps, but then I also think that's been really beneficial for me because I think the comp experience that you gain just makes it so much easier then going into those bigger comps. So you doing like your novices and stuff like that, building up to these pathways next year, you'll find the pathways easier because you know the score already, you know what a comp's like, you know what can happen, like your shoe falling off probably never happen again now because it's happened. And now
Yeah.
you know, tie your laces tighter.
Yeah, definitely. And it has been like really good just to do those local comps plus all those the other gym comps. Yeah, and then you feel like you're ready. I would have been ready this year, but I had to have an operation in January, and I'd already signed up for OSG, and I was like, oh, I can't believe it. So I had to have a 3 months recovery from my operation. So that was like, so I thought, right, I'll just delay it another year, build up my upper body, and we'll look at it for next year. So that's what I'm planning to do. So my other one of
Amazing.
those is my height, because I'm not going to grow. There's nothing I can do. There's no height place I can go to. So yeah, height, that is like another disadvantage of being only 5 foot. And I know I'm going to shrink as
Yeah.
well as you get older. You shrink, don't you? So you know.
I tell you what, you shrink under that yoke because when I first started the sport, I was definitely 5'8", and I am like 5'7" at a push now, and I'm only fucking just nearly 30. So I've already lost an inch in 6 years just doing fucking yoke.
I love yoke. It's my favourite.
You're even shorter, you'll be under 5 foot if you carry on with that.
I know, especially the weights I've looked at for for next year. I'll be like, oh my word, I just must have a good spine. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, height.
absolutely.
And it's not using that as an excuse because I know that I've got to get the 60 to 5 foot platform. But, I will do it. But yeah,
Yeah,
there is the height. It is like funny. And yeah, the banter at
yeah.
the gym is always, have you been on here? Because these are real low, like,
Yeah, absolutely. I know we've just so the episode that's coming out this week is Kirsty Robotham Smith. So by the time this episode's out, that episode will have been out for at least a couple of months, I would imagine. But she's just been on and she's the same. She's only 1.5 meters tall or something. She's really tiny. And she said like it feels like a disadvantage sometimes, which I think it is really like it is more beneficial in strongman to be taller. Like, yeah, you could argue, well, it's easier for deadlift, it's easier for like static, like log or overhead because you're not pressing it as far, but it's not really. Like, I think it is. It does make it significantly harder.
yeah, I agree. It does. And then you think, wow, okay. And then the giving you banter because you're short and you do this really good. But then you're not at advantage of other. My first qualifier, I spent about 40 seconds with the 50 stone on my head because I couldn't get it to the platform. So I just rested it there. I was trying to headbutt it onto the platform because there was no way I was getting it up because I'd only just started like doing the events. And now I
Yeah.
can chuck it up now, but yeah, like you say, it does. It's just funny, and I know I'm never going to grow, so we have to adapt, don't we, and crack on.
100%. And what I also think though is it's almost more impressive when you see people who are shorter still managing to do the same stuff that people who are like a foot, 2 foot taller are doing. Like that for me is like if I see someone like 5 foot load a stone onto a 5 foot platform, everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Like that's insane. Whereas if it was someone who was like 5'7", you'd just be like, "Of course you did."
Oh, watch out then! I'll make sure I video it.
Can't wait. I'm already excited. I'm already excited.
And then
Class.
my last one is like my body recovering. Obviously, it's yeah. That does take some time sometimes.
Yeah.
Squats especially, because I've been practicing squats such a lot for the upcoming comp. Oh, that takes me out for about 2 or 3 days. Yeah, because of
Yeah.
your age, that's your other disadvantage. So, yeah, I started HRT, so we're hoping, the wonder patch works. But yeah, you have all that to contend
Nice.
with being older as well. Your body recovering,
Yeah.
hormones, menopause. We get it all, don't we, the women?
All the bonuses there.
And then some days you can lift it, and other days you can't even get it off the floor because of your hormones and where you are at that stage of the month. It's awful. That I feel like that
Yeah.
that does affect you, because then that has a knock on effect on your confidence and your self esteem. But now I go, oh, I know why it's where I am, you know, in that
Yeah.
moon year, in that moon month,
Yeah.
You can be really hard on
100%.
yourself, thinking, what do you mean I can't? I was lifting this last week. But yeah, it is that. That
Yeah.
is
No,
another lure of being a woman in this sport.
Yeah, I totally agree. So I haven't had a period for years. I was on the injection for years and years, and the last couple of years I've come off everything and I've started to get a period again. And like I don't notice so much a difference in my strength levels throughout the month, but the back pain I get from my period is insane. About 4 or 5 days before, my back feels like I've just done a max deadlift without a belt on. Like it's atrocious. And I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh my God, like, I feel like I'm 80 years old. What is going on? Then all of a sudden I'm like, it's you. Like, this isn't DOMS. This is hormones, you bastard. And it's awful, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
it's, it makes being in this sport that little bit harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, totally agree. Especially when you're doing you do squats and then you get up the next morning, you're like, oh my word, where have those veins and muscles come from? Yeah, it is
Yeah,
horrific. So that's another lure. I know I can't change
100%.
that, but hopefully the wonder patch will start to kick in and, I'll wear my pants on the outside, but we'll see.
Hell yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, I know a few women who've gone on HRT and it's made a massive difference in their training. Just more for a level of consistency
Yeah.
than anything else. And just because obviously when you're going through menopause, those hormones are like you skyrocket in 1 minute and dropping absolutely down to your boots the next. So it does make it really difficult to stick to like a consistent program. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. I keep saying it's my wonder patch.
If you keep believing it, just manifest it. Be like, it has to work. Make it work.
Yeah, and that's it for me, Lows. I don't think that was too bad.
Class.
Just
No,
couldn't.
I think that yeah, they were good lures. They were really good lures. No, I liked them. They were sensible as well. I know there was a couple that you can't change, but like
Yeah.
it's what it is, isn't it? Life in it.
Yeah, just highlight them.
Absolutely. So, right, let's move on to the final question then. So, what would you say to yourself when you first started the sport?
That nerves are normal. Yeah, first comps. I don't think I was off the toilet. I'm not gonna lie. Like, oh, these are really bad nerves and really bad anxiety. Yeah, and then putting that pressure on yourself as well. You need to enjoy the moment, because realistically, it's 60 seconds per event, you know, isn't it? And you train
Yeah,
for all those months for 5 minutes, but you need to enjoy it because it goes so fast. Unless you're actually doing the
yeah,
event and it seems like it's forever. But 60 seconds is like no time at all. So you need to enjoy it. And
yeah,
for me, your only competition is yourself. And that's took me so long to get in my head. I'm competing against me. I can only do what I can do. I'm not going to get
yeah,
superpowers in the middle of a comp, you know. So yeah, your only competition is myself. So that's I'm now relaxed and I do enjoy a comp now. I'm not going to the toilet. I ain't got nerves. I laugh, I giggle. When I very first started, I couldn't even watch anybody compete until my name was called, because I'd never want to know how many they'd done, because I put pressure on myself to know that I had to beat that, because I am highly
yeah.
competitive. Play board games, there you go. If I'm not winning, the board game will go. Yeah. So I am very self-aware of myself in competitions. And now I'll
Yeah.
give advice and I'll go, oh, it'd be fun. And I encourage other people, being like a veteran of 2 years. Yeah,
No, it's
yeah,
right.
and you're stronger than you think as well is one of my other, yeah, you are stronger than you think. And just try new
Hell
things.
yeah.
I've tried so many new things this year. Like, truck pull, never pulled a truck. I never carried a shield for like 92 meters. There's all sorts of things I've done this year. But that was setting goals as well for your year,
Yeah.
what you want to achieve. Because it's good to have goals and smash. Well, I haven't smashed them. I've destroyed them this year. Because
Hell yeah.
I wanted to, and that's what it's about. It is just trying all those different things. I've done a stone deadlift. That was ace. I loved that. That was great.
Yeah.
So this year I set a goal. I'm only doing comps where I've not done the event. Otherwise, it gets monotonous, doesn't it, of doing the same events. So
Yeah, definitely. 100%. And I think that's a really good way to look at it as well, is just to try something new, because the comp experience you will have gained from doing all those different events this year will be so valuable to you next year when you're doing pathways. And you know that everything that comes up, you've probably already done before. It's like you said, where now you go into comps and you're not so nervous and
yeah,
you're able to like enjoy it and like actually take part and watch people and help them and stuff. And like all of that just ties in together. Like you've done it in the perfect way of like building up to that next stage, haven't you?
yeah. And I've enjoyed doing it as well. And I've learnt so much about myself as well. Like, because I do get frustrated when I can't do something. But then, you just go backwards a little bit and then think, right, I did that, I did this. And then you just learn the technique as well. I mean, Ben's very, very driven on technique. Even if it's light, you've still got to do the technique because that's the most important. Where
Yeah.
before I'd just, Viper press or I'd try something different. But he'd always take me back to technique will always beat anything. So yeah, that's been a real. I mean, I don't know how he puts up with me sometimes, but yeah, it's still my coach. I am a bloody nightmare. I'm not gonna lie.
He's a good egg though, Ben, and he's a patient. He's a patient man, him, innit? He's a patient man.
Yeah,
Running that gym, he's a patient man.
he is a patient man. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I would tell, and absolutely go for it. Just wish I'd have done it sooner. It's so annoying. Like I wish I'd have done it in my
yeah.
20s. Where would I have been if I'd just done it in my 20s? Yeah.
I know.
But yes, I'm
That's
just
always the
enjoying it
thing,
now.
innit? Hindsight.
Yeah, enjoying it now because I feel like I've
Yeah,
come at the nice time now where the women's sport is actually, driving forward, isn't it? Of all the different women I meet, all the different comps I go to, and it's so nice of all different ages as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, it's been. We've said it so many times on this podcast. I think this sport is so special because of the inclusivity of it, because anyone can do it. Like it doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, what shape you are, what you weigh, what your height is. Everyone can do it, and there will be a space for you here. And I think that's what's so special about this sport, and why people get into it and then go, "Fucking hell, where's this been all my life?"
Yeah.
Like, I love it.
Yeah, definitely. And also even in the media, strength sport is this they're encouraging everyone to do it and they're saying it's for longevity and build your muscles for when you're older. So, building my body for when I'm older is really a good thing. And it's good for your mental
100%.
health as well. I've got quite a high pressure job working in a school, dealing with other people's mental health. So going to the gym and just, throwing a stone or, running with a yoke, it just helps you as well. So that's
Yeah,
my space. Earphones on, nice calming music. I listen to acoustic because everyone else likes headbanging music. I love acoustic, nice chill music, and off I go.
yeah, absolutely. No, I totally agree. I think there's so much evidence out there now for supporting strength training. And like, I do agree with you. People who strength train now will find the benefit of that when they're 70, 80, 90 years old, even. It will make such a huge difference in your life. And I do think the mental health aspect as well. Like for me, I love pushing myself into uncomfortable situations, because then when I'm put in uncomfortable situations in my day-to-day life, it's not as uncomfortable as what I've had to do today in the gym. So like, I'll deal with it better. And I just find it such an easier way to deal with your life if you're constantly pushing yourself and constantly pushing yourself into uncomfortable bits or pushing yourself towards a goal. Makes life just easier.
Yeah, I agree. And I do use quite a lot, like the strength training. I use that at work as well. You know, having kids lifting the heavy boxes when they're in crisis is a way for them. They're redirecting how they're feeling, but the lifting will take that around the school or something like that. So I am using that, or we'll go for a walk, or I do. It's really transferable what we do.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and it helps them as well, just talking about it. I mean, they all know how to strength train. I do Strongwoman at school, so they go, "Oh, Miss will be able to pick that up." Get into
Nice.
Adamson.
Class.
She'll come and do it, you know. We have got men in our school, but yeah, they come for me every time.
Hell yeah. But what an inspiration for those kids, though, to have you there as like a person in the school who actively strength trains and promotes it
Mm.
and is like doing so well with it. As someone who maybe like 10, 20 years ago, you wouldn't have been in that position to do that. Or if you did, you would have been way more of an outlier of a person than you are now, where everyone's like, fucking hell, that's cool. That's cool as fuck that she's doing that.
Yeah, it is. It is really. And the parents always ask, "Are you still doing it? Have you got any comps coming up?" So they're intrigued as well. So it's just spreading that word a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. You're doing the Lord's work, the strong man Lord's work. Class. Right, well, I've kept you for way too long. I've just looked at the time there. I was
Oh,
like,
don't worry.
Jesus Christ, sorry.
No,
You're
it's
probably
fine.
going to be a very busy person.
No, the house is empty. Don't
Right.
worry.
Lovely stuff. Right, well, we'll move on then and we'll do the final part of the podcast, which is the Silly Goose section.
Silly goose. It's silly goose time, where our lips get loose and our minds run free. Silly goose. It's silly goose time, where we chat a load of shit that's of absolutely no use. It's silly goose time.
So, do you have a silly goose you'd like to bring to the table?
I do.
Oh, what's your silly goose?
Right, let me just get the right page. There we go. Write it down. So, this is for you. Which animals would you choose for each of these events? You can only choose one animal. So, what animal?
What am I going to do with it?
So, deadlift. Which animal would you have to do the deadlift if you had to choose any?
As in, would be best at deadlift?
Yeah, best at deadlift.
Oh, God. An orangutan, because its arms are so long, it's not going to have to pick the bar off the floor pretty much. It's like, its range of movement's going to be tiny, isn't it? Maybe their arms are longer than the legs, actually. It'll be so easy. They'd literally just pick it up an inch, wouldn't they? Bang, done, locked out.
Oh,
That's what I would choose.
interesting. I said an elephant because it use its trunk.
Oh, good shout. Yep, good shout. Very strong as well, so probably going to max that out big time.
Right, the yoke. Which animal?
Oh, and because it can lift ridiculous amounts of its body weight, I think. And those 6 little legs gonna help it move really fast, isn't it? Ants are so quick, yeah. I would definitely pick an ant. Big, can lift heavy, and has lots of legs to move quick.
Okay, I said a grizzly bear.
Yeah, also a good shout. Very big, very strong.
Right, you ready? Sandbag toss.
Oh, that's a difficult one, that, isn't it? Sandbag toss. See, my initial thought straight away was a dolphin, but only because I was thinking it could use its tail to like flip the bag up and over. But then,
Love
is
it.
a dolphin going to be that effective out of water? Probably not. The dolphin would have to be in a pool of water. You'd have to throw the sandbag to it, and then the dolphin would have to slap it
Okay,
and like flick it over.
I'll let you have
That's
that
what I
one.
would pick, yeah.
I'll let you have that
So,
one. I said rhino.
what would you pick?
I picked rhino. So it'll charge
would
at
a
it
rhino
and
do it?
use its horn, and over it goes.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. I like that one. Yeah, that's a good one, that.
See, I thought about this. Overhead press.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh my God, what could do an overhead press? I can't think of anything. I'm trying to think of animals that would pick stuff up over their heads, but they don't really, do they? What?
A gorilla? I went with gorilla.
Yeah. Yeah, gorilla would be a good shout.
Some kind of monkey. It had to be.
Yeah, because monkeys hang, don't they? So
Yeah.
you'd think they'd surely be able to like lift overhead, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
I'm
defo.
with you on that. Yeah, some form of monkey. Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right, last one. Stones platform.
Oh. See, I've spoke about this before on a podcast, and we were saying I think a grizzly bear would be mint at that because of the whole. But the only problem would be the fur, because like they're gonna like wax themselves, aren't they? Every time, like, just a grizzly bear waxing itself as it throws the stone.
What can you imagine? Oh,
Terrible. Yeah, it would be minging. What? Yeah, you'd have to make sure he had a t-shirt on at least or something, just to keep his fur intact.
I said kangaroo.
Yeah, I feel like kangaroos have got little small arms though.
Oh, that's me, so yeah, but it'd have a big bounce up onto the platform.
Yeah, I'm confused now because I feel like I'm confusing a kangaroo with a T-Rex. Someone's going to message me and be like, kangaroos don't have small arms. I'm going to just Google a picture of a kangaroo now to check. No, they have got little small arms. I was right. They have got little tiny arms. Yeah, I think the arms would be the limiting factor there. But they could sit back on the tail.
Yeah, and get it up there.
And jump it up. Yeah, I think on the other one, I can't remember which podcast it was that we were talking about this with, but we were saying that a kangaroo would be really good at sandbag steeplechase because it could just like grab the bag and just jump over the yoke with the bag. Wouldn't even have to go under it. Would just be like, fuck it, I won't let go of this. Bang, off, over you go. Easy.
And then I've got so that's the end of that one, but I've got, if you suddenly started quacking under pressure, what would be your strategy to recover?
Oh, quacking under pressure. Ooh, I don't know. Because I do feel like I'm under pressure all of the time, mostly, but the pressure that I put on myself, to be honest. So I'd probably have to work on my mental health, to be honest, and work on not putting as much pressure on myself. But to be fair, I'd probably just own it. If you listen to the Silly Goose song, that goose honk is actually my honk.
All right.
that Emma took. So yeah, I feel like I'd probably just own it. I probably wouldn't try and cough or anything. I'd just be like, yeah, sometimes I quack when I'm a bit nervous. Sorry, guys. And in this day and age, you'd probably just get accepted. They'd be like, okay.
That's Becca. Don't worry.
That's just what she does. Just leave her to it. What would you do?
I'd love that answer. Yeah, I think I'd own it as well. Or pretend it didn't even happen.
That would be even funnier. Just be randomly quacking, and then someone's like looking at you like, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Class. They were mint silly gooses. I feel like I'm not going to rob you of giving you a silly goose from me as well, because I've got one. It's a little bit out there though. I seen it on a TikTok video today. So
gosh, right.
We'll do this as the final one. But my silly goose question, and I think I already know which one you're going to choose, is: would you rather have one perfect piece of spaghetti grow out of your scalp every morning, or have permanently mismatched socks? So no matter what you do, in any part of your like washing or like putting them away, they always end up mismatched. Even if you put them on your feet, all of a sudden you'd realise they were mismatched.
Oh, I went to the gym once with mismatched socks. Oh, I couldn't do my session. No, can't do my socks up. Can't do it. I had to put my deadlift ones on because they matched. Oh, can't do unmatching socks. No, can't do it. Spaghetti.
Oh, so you do the spaghetti?
Yeah, spaghetti. Yeah, definitely out my head. Brilliant.
Fair. That's fair, yeah. I feel like, to be honest, I'd probably be fine with both, because one piece of spaghetti every day, buzzing, like free snack on a morning, I would be all right with that. And two, my socks are most of the time mismatched. I couldn't even tell you what like colour socks or pants I have on right now. It just doesn't even enter my brain. I have no idea. So it just wouldn't, I don't think it would bother me that much. I'd probably be all right with both.
Oh, nice. I bowed down to, I can't do it. Oh, it's freaking me out even thinking about you doing it.
You're too organised for that. Your organised mind's going, no, no, shun the chaos.
My sock drawers in like colours and everything. No.
I literally have like a cubby hole just rammed full of socks, random socks. Sometimes what I have on top of it as well is I have my like lost socks pile, which I know there's pairs of them together in there,
Yeah.
but I can't be bothered to go through them and put them together. So they just live on the lost sock pile on the top of the cubby hole. And at some point I'll sort them out, or I might just throw them all in the bin. I just don't care.
And then I've got some socks that came free with a pair of trainers, and they say left L and R on them. They have to be on the right feet. That's yeah. See, no, can't do it.
I just the one thing that does annoy me is because I do wear toe socks quite a lot, and what really fucks me off is when I get a pair of toe socks and I haven't put the right pair together, and then I have two of the same side sock. And that just fucking annoys me. But that's because I have to then go and find more socks, not because I care about it. What I think should happen is if there's a way to create toe socks that would fit both feet interchangeably, that would be my ideal scenario. But feet just don't work like that, I don't think. So it's a lost cause. But if anyone's innovative and thinking about they want to make an invention, toe socks that would fit both feet, hit me up because I'd pay for that. But that's gone really off track, but that's what we love. That's the best part of this silly goose. Started with spaghetti, yep. Perfect. Oh, well, thank you so much for being on the podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, Tina.
Oh, thank you. I'm overwhelmed to even be like on here, so yeah, great. I love to share my story as well, so let's hope it inspires some others.
Hell yeah, I'm sure it will. So where can people find you then if they want to follow along with your journey?
I'm on Instagram. I can't remember what it says.
I think you're Tina Tinker 90.
That's it, Tina Tinker 90.
Something like that. But if not, it will be in the show notes below. So make sure you go and follow along. And yeah, if you've got anything to plug, any final words for the podcast?
No, just, die with memories and not dreams.
Hell yeah, we love that. Well, thank you very much, and we will see you all on the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Strongwoman Highs, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to support the podcast, then please give us a follow on Instagram. Or if you would like, we're also on buymeacoffee.com/strongwomanhighs. This is where you can send us tips, or you can also join our membership area, which is $5 a month or £4 a month. It's the silly gosling level. We'll post out any extra content that we get on there, and hopefully a few little free giveaways of things as well. The podcast currently doesn't cost a lot to run, which is what we're trying to keep it as, but we would like to be able to cover our costs, and also once those costs are covered, any profit that is made on Strong Woman Highs will be getting saved up and put into a pot for future Strong Woman competitions that we can sponsor. So if you have a Strong Woman competition that you'd like to be sponsored, or if you want to be on the podcast, then give us a shout, send me a message on Instagram or on YouTube, anywhere else you can get us, and we'll get it sorted, because the more women that we can get on, the better. Thanks for listening and watching. Bye!